Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Holistic Self-Love Podcast. I'm Elizabeth Vallejo, a life coach with a deep passion for helping you create a life filled with healing, peace, and true transformation. This podcast is a space for us to go beyond simply calming our anxiety, to really explore ways to create lasting change. Each week, I will be sharing insights and practical steps for building positive, loving habits that can make a profound difference in your life. Together, we'll embrace holistic, meaningful growth that feels natural and aligned with who you are. So if you're ready to start this journey of self-love and empowerment, I invite you to follow along. Let's walk this path together with compassion, love, and an open heart. Welcome to the Holistic Self-Love Podcast. My name is Elizabeth Vallejo, and I am a certified life coach, a certified yoga teacher, certified in all the things that you need to get back to who you are. I'm really excited to start this podcast. It's something that I feel like is needed in our society right now. It is how to get back to ourselves, how we can get back to rewiring neural pathways using rituals, and just be back into who we are supposed to be, living our life's purpose. I am feeling extremely vulnerable at the moment because I don't feel like I've ever shared my story. So sharing my story is a little bit uncomfortable, and I feel like I'm on the other side of being a life coach, but I'm going to be as transparent as I can possibly be. So when people ask me why I'm a life coach and why I help people, I like to tell them that I've always been a life coach. And what I mean by that is once upon a time, I was a wardrobe stylist, I was a makeup artist, and I even planned events for a living. All of those things are just a different form of holding space. You know, when you're planning a wedding for a bride, you're her life coach for 6 to 12 months. Same when it comes with models, with musicians, you're just essentially holding space for all these people. So I don't find it weird that this is where my life took me. I was involved in a marriage that ended with a lot of financial abuse and left me a little bit rattled. And that is what led me to start changing my entire life. During that time, I also decided to become sober. I am now sober almost 9 years, but I was very addicted to alcohol and prescription medication. And in that getting sober, I lost a husband, but I found myself. So I kind of just wanted to tell that story a little bit because in the recent months, I have contacted his ex. So I met my ex's ex, which led me to believe that these men are out here trying to ruin people's lives. And I'm out here being told by women that I'm saving their lives. Not to pump myself up, but we need a space for us to be able to talk about these things. And not just talk about these things, but talk about why we are susceptible for these kinds of abuse. Through my healing journey, I've also learned that I've dealt with narcissistic abuse most of my life. So a lot of people in my life are narcissists. Why was I so susceptible to those energies? Well, a lot of it has to do with, it's just science. It's who we are. It's because I'm an empath. It's because I'm a people pleaser. That is a perfect victim to not just a narcissist, a con artist, someone who would abuse you. So this is a podcast where I feel like I'm going to bring on very powerful women who've been through this, women who are moving forward in life, even if everything was against them, and also giving you guys a space to have somewhere to hear sound bowl meditations and hear all of the reasons why we do what we do, why we allow people to treat us the way we do. So essentially, I am your new favorite life coach, and I'm going to teach you how I pulled myself out of really, really, really hard times, and you can do the same. My next episode is going to be a very exciting episode. Like I said, I met an ex's ex. And the way that happened is that I was married. I was with this person for about 7 years. It ended with a lot of financial abuse, but it ended on his side just very easily. I felt very disposed of. He was somebody who was a step parent to my daughter since she was 2 years old, and he completely disappeared from her life. And essentially moved on very quickly. His life seemed like it was doing great while I was struggling. I was struggling in so many ways, but at the same time, I had gone back to school. I had decided this is what I want to do. But I'm sure, like many of us know on our healing journey, it's not always easy. Actually, when you tell the universe that you want to start healing, that's when the universe starts throwing curveballs. So in that process, it was really hard to wait for karma to do what she did. I got sober when I was married to him, and that was a fight. I had to fight for my sobriety. He convinced me time and time again that I did not have a problem, which is what abusers usually do, or people who are trying to hurt you in any way. He made my sobriety really, really miserable and really, really hard. And while I became sober, I had to fight to stay sober. Once he left, I never talked about him again. I moved on with my life. I am now in a beautiful, healthy relationship, which is something I would love to talk about, the difficulties of accepting a healthy relationship. And I just recently reached out to his ex, where I found out that everything that had been painted on social media, everything that I had been telling myself was not the real story. He actually ended up abusing her even worse, in my point of view, doing things to her that I would never think a man would do to a woman when it comes to financial abuse. Things that make me almost even embarrassed to have ever known him. So that also has brought up a lot of things, and it has opened up a wound that I thought was stitched up, healed up. I put vitamin E on it. I thought we were good. And this is going to be not only a little bit about that journey, but all women's journeys, and how from going through that, we can come back to ourselves. So I am really excited to take you guys on this journey. I cannot wait for next week's episode when you get to meet the ex's ex, because that just left my jaw on the floor. I could probably do one episode a week with her, but we're going to start off slow because there's a lot to say, and I have a lot of healing to share with the world. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope that you enjoy this journey that we are about to go on together.
Okay, now for the legal stuff. You know, the important things that I have to say.
This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm just a life coach, not a licensed therapist, not a licensed psychotherapist. This is not a substitute for advice from a doctor, therapist, or any other qualified expert. Got it? Great. See you in the next episode.